Welcome back, everybody, to Dungeons & Dragons Audience Control. We are back with the Night of the Rise adventure. They have been dealing with some bandits trying to steal some apples from a nice young lady here. And we have some more incentives open that you can donate towards. They took a lot of damage in that fight, so we have a new incentive to heal a random player. That's for a £5. For any £5 donation, you can put that towards that. And we do still have the donations open for enemies critting on 19 or players critting on 19. At the moment, enemies critting on 19 is winning, but it's going to need another £30 donated towards it for that to take effect. So that's probably going to happen fairly soon. All right.
Let's do it.
I'm going to hand over to Prince of Crows to kick off the adventure part 2.
Excellent. So as we pick up where we left off, you guys have fought off these bandits, these kind of, common cutthroat kind of thugs who were just harassing this woman to steal some apples. They, were very cocky, saying, these woods belong to us. Giles, the bandit leader. They from here. Do you know who you're messing with? You guys quickly showed them it's maybe not entirely their woods, and returned the apples and sent the young one her way with a bandit for jail and several weapons she can sell. So she was extremely happy. And we did have a wild magic. Juniper, for a minute, couldn't speak. And when she did try, bubbles appeared. That wore off after a minute when you were interrogating the bandit, thankfully. I'm sure it would have been very intimidating, at least strange, to have a halfling clearly shouting at you with pink bubbles and no words. But for the most part, the rest of the day passes fairly uneventfully until the evening. You haven't yet rested. But the night is very pleasant. A cool breeze rustles through the tree limbs. And as you start making camp for the evening, knowing that the bandit camp is yet another day's travel, you sit next to the campfire, recounting the encounter with the bandits, deciding who will stand watch. And the breeze dies down for a moment, and the sounds of the night go quiet. You see an orange glow further down the road, probably a campfire. Those of you who've been adventuring for a while would know that sight. But you can actually, with the breeze slightly dying down, or the wind dying down just to a slight breeze, and the voices carrying slightly, you can hear some of the things that are being said. The voices are soft, but you can make out a few words. The first voice is a deep, scratchy one, and you hear it say, "I say we kill them tonight when they're sleeping." The next voice now is a little timid, but "I need to rest to recover my spells." And the scratchy voice returns, "We don't need your spells. I'll slice them up real easy like." And now a different voice pleading, "Giles, don't be hasty. We need to prepare." And now a fourth voice, this is a deeper one. "Yes, Giles, we must wait until dawn." And then the breeze picks up again, and the sounds of the night return, and the voices can no longer be heard, but the orange glow remains. So, as you sit around your campfire, what is it you wish to do?
Hey, let's go kill him.
I mean, that's Giles, that's who we're after. We can go get him now, right?
He's just over there.
We could do it. It only sounded like there was, 5 of them?
Let's do it. Let's go.
Now is the time for
Going?
stealth.
Yeah, we're going. Let's go.
Now is the time for stealth.
No.
Now is the time for reconnaissance.
There were the 4 voices, was there?
Yeah, you heard the scratchy voice, which seemed to belong to a person called Giles. That was, then you had a timid voice, a pleading voice, and a brave voice. The timid one was saying they wanted to recover to rest spells. The scratchy one was saying we don't need it, I'll slice them up. The pleading one said we need to prepare. And then again, so the other 3 voices were saying, wait until dawn, we need to rest, we need to recover. And this scratchy voice was saying, nah, let's just do it now, let's kill them now.
Well, it's definitely 200 people.
Well,
At least.
I think it's either Giles, and we could go kill him, or it's somebody with a really unfortunate name coming to do the same job as us.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I hear Giles. It's like, this is what I'm here for. This is what we agreed with this dwarf. We have to go and do the good job. That made more sense in my head.
I mean,
There's the Dragonborn. So it makes more sense in my head.
Yeah.
well, can we take a small short rest at least? And then we go kick them.
You want to take an hour's rest? You absolutely can do.
And then I'm happy to go and fight.
I mean, I am fine for a short rest. I will take the
Yeah.
watch if you want. Well, it's an hour, so I don't think we really need to take the
Yeah,
watch.
I just need to heal a little bit.
If you're taking a rest, I'm just going to roll. You're taking a short rest? I will
Yeah.
roll on the random encounters.
Oh no.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you're in a forest full of bandits. Yeah, I mean, you want to rest, it's going to be a roll. Right,
What
let's
is
roll the random
that?
encounter. 1d20. No, you're fine. You're fine.
All right. I've got my hit die. Give me my
I'm gonna do-
1d10.
I'm gonna do a d6.
Give me a good roll game. A
That's what-
5. That's
Janumo,
fine.
if you want, you can recover some health now by rolling what's called a hit die. You have a series you can spend, and it'll be, I think for a rogue, it's a d6 or a d4.
Okay.
It's near on your character sheet. It'll be towards the top left, next to your saving throws. It'll be where your health is. It will say hit dice.
Typically, I can't find it.
Right, I'll just quickly check for you. I'm sure. 1d8. Sorry, it's 1d8.
D8.
So you can roll a d8 up to. You can roll up to 3d8 and recover that much HP plus your con for every dice. So you could roll a d8 basically and recover some health if you wanted,
Oh, why not then?
like a little
also-
cool resource.
I'm also gonna cast mage armor.
Nice.
Ooh,
Mage armor lasts 3 hours, right?
8 hours, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So mage armor is done. It's not concentration, is it? It just happens, doesn't it? I think mage armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be pretty brutal if it was concentration, given what you guys.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Makes sense for it not to be. Cool. So you guys have rested. You see the orange campfire glow for those keeping watch. They seem to have, at least settled down tonight. That glow remains, flickering in the distance a little bit on the horizon as the night starts to come in. It's a cool evening now. The darkness starts to settle. You hear birds and the trees start to kind of change their pitches as different nocturnal animals come out now. What do you guys wish to do?
So we go.
I believe HUD's was the idea of stealthy, sneaky.
I want to go investigate. I want to get closer and have a little look at the camp carefully and see how many people are truly there.
Cool. So are you all going together, or are you?
Nope.
I presume the halfling rogue's going to go. Are you all going, and the halfling rogue's going ahead, say, or are you waiting at your campsite?
We'll go with.
I do not need a paladin and a barbarian charging
Yeah.
in, swords drawn.
It's
Giving away my
very
position.
Okay, no,
stealthy.
HUDs. Let's just. I picture this: sneaky HUDs going through, following behind with the disadvantage on stealth. Crunk, 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 crunk.
So barbarians are really stealthy because nobody can see you when they're dead.
Yeah, very true.
True.
The logic is he's out of line, but he's correct.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll tell you what then, Huds, do you want to make a stealth roll for me, being halfling rogue? And we'll see. I guess the rest of your party will wait, quite a bit, several foot behind, probably within yelling distance, if nothing else.
Can I ready a charge in case he gets caught?
Yeah, that's absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So, the trigger
So
being...
I'm ready to go in case HUD screams, help, and then we can go
Yeah.
for it.
Oh, yeah. The trigger there is that if anyone has played the game mechanically, the trigger would be if you feel your friend's in danger, you immediately act. Yeah. Sound.
I feel confident, but we all know what normally happens when I feel confident.
Okay. I'm going to roll for them as a group. I would say here, they are going to get disadvantage because of reasons, but they're not expecting, basically. So I'm just going to say that now. That being said, even with a 4, what's your modifier on your stealth?
+3.
No.
Plus 3. So a 7. Let's roll. I'm going to roll 2d20s, take the worst as a group here. Interesting. You don't know I'm not saying what the modifier is. Interesting. Okay, cool. So let's just show you what you see. Now, just go to the map doesn't mean there will be a battle necessarily. We'll just move this out here. And we'll say... But what you see, and hopefully you can all see like a kind of like campsite now.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So we'll say, you guys, we'll just put you off screen here in the corner. But we've got Janumo, who is approaching. What you see is a wagon. And you see 4 figures sat around the campfire. You see one figure is clearly wearing some kind of plate armor. One guy is wearing black armor. This figure's wearing not armor, but kind of some kind of robes. And this dwarf is also wearing armor. Now, make a perception check as you approach to see how much you can perceive. They don't seem to have noticed you yet.
Here we go. So 9 plus the 4 plus. Do I get anything on top of that because I'm proficient in it?
You will do, yeah. You'll get your proficiency, I think it's +2 at level 3.
Plus 2, yeah. So that makes 15.
15 perception, pretty good.
The +4 already has the proficiency.
Oh,
in it.
that already have it on that. Ah,
13.
plus 30.
13. So not bad, not as good, but not bad. Still, you hear some talking as you get closer, and this one at the top here seems to have the scratchy voice, the one that was saying about the blades and going to kill him. And you hear him say something, he catches in words, and he goes, "My blades are going to find their mark tonight. Of this, I am certain."
Ooh.
What do you guys want to do?
I want to wait for them to move, to be honest. I want them to try and come to us and we just ambush them.
You can see, to just describe what you see actually at the men as you see them now, you getting a little closer and your 13 will get you, is the one talking, which you believe to be Giles, the scratchy voice, is short, stocky man. He's got a bit of whisker scruff. And as he kind of turns in the light, you can see on one side of his face, he's got a big scar. And he's twirling a dagger between his fingers, like all good nefarious villains do, right? This Slender Man here, a Slender Man, not the Slender Man, has a quarterstaff on the ground next to him. Short, well-trimmed black hair and brown robes. This fella is athletic and is currently taking off his plate armor. You see that he's got a long sword resting in a scabbard to the side of him. And the dwarf here, you see, has a hammer on the side. Not too dissimilar, not as nice, but not too dissimilar from Argick's. And he's got a large brown beard, and he's also wearing full plate armor, but he's not yet taking it off. And they're talking amongst themselves, and they seem to still be arguing over what to do. But it's just the four of them. You don't see anyone else.
I'm wondering if we can sneak around the top through the trees and do something to their wagon. Hold them up in the morning for an ambush.
We could. No, just hear me out. We could set it on fire.
I love fire.
Set their camp on fire. What are they going to do? They can't rest. Camp's on fire.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so you're going to try and sneak around to the
wagon and start
wagon
fire.
and set it on fire. Nice. So you will definitely have a tinderbox on you or torches. That's not unusual. So make another stealth roll now as you try and creep around.
Bye, Hodge.
Please be kind, Die. Please be kind. Oh.
What's that
Oh,
total?
it's a 7.
A 7. So let's roll again.
Oh no!
They're not going to get disadvantage now because you're getting closer. So let's see what they get.
How far away?
So you're sneaking along like this, going through the tree line, and then you hear this fella. Actually, probably this fella because the tent will be in the way. Says, "What's that?"
Oh no!
I heard something. And all four of them kind of look in your direction. You don't know if you've been seen, but they've definitely heard. Again, bearing in mind it is night now, and you think most of these are human, but this one is definitely a dwarf. You would know dwarves can have dark vision, can see in the night. They see in black and white, basically, but the light from their campfire, being a halfling, would give this dwarf excellent vision for about 60 foot.
Do we hear them?
Yeah, but they're aware.
Do we hear them become alert from where we are?
I'd say if you were watching them, yeah, you definitely see them kind of sit up and take notice. You'd be somewhat aware their posture and their demeanor has definitely changed.
I'm gonna make some bird noises.
Amazing. Make a performance check, I guess. Amazing.
Oh.
Cool.
15.
Nice.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You know what I'm gonna say here now. They kind of like look back to amongst themselves. They don't get up and leave. You can see they're alert, but they're not. They're guarded, if that makes sense. Now they're not actively hunting. They're not moving, but they're aware. Like that seems strange, but maybe it was just a bird.
Can I stealth downwards to
Yeah, of course.
circle around?
Of course, make a stealth roll. Janimo is like I imagine Janimo's now like behind the tree, like frozen like this, waiting for the moment to pass.
So it is
That's pretty good.
20.
That's pretty good. So I'd say, where do you want to go? Like, kind of around here?
Yeah, probably not that. Can I? Why can I not ping?
Sorry.
Yeah, probably down there.
Down there?
Down,
Behind the
yeah.
tree? Further away, close. Because I said, like, you've got the road here. You could easily come out
yeah.
kind of any angle you wanted.
Do me diagonal and down one.
That one.
Yeah, that'll do.
Nice, opposite Janumo. So you're getting closer.
Yeah.
And you can hear them now, especially Juniper, you being only kind of 20 foot so away. They're definitely talking about murdering someone, and this Giles fellow, the one with the scar, he is eager. That is much as clear. He's still got this dagger. He's saying, I'm going to do it tonight. I don't care what you guys say. You're just cowards sometimes. I fought with you for years and you're just cowards.
Can I cast Mage Hand behind him
Yeah.
and then pull his hair?
Yeah, you can absolutely do that, yeah. So Mage Hand's got a range of how far?
30 feet. Oh, yeah, 30 feet it is.
So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'd have to get one there in the tree.
Okay, I'll be in the
and then you
tree.
can
I am
ping
the
it right
tree.
You won with the tree.
So
am
you
one.
cast Mage Hand. I'm going to roll a d20 to see how he reacts to this. He suddenly jumps up. First of all, they heard something, and they were obviously, a bit spooked by that, which is strange when you consider he's going to be hardened bandits, right?
Yeah.
And now he pulls the hair, his voice changes dramatically, and the scratchy voice is gone, and now rather this smooth, kind of eloquent tone, it's like, that's it. There's something not right here. His voice has completely changed, and he jumps up, and he's now nervously looking around, and all four of them are suddenly kind of like alert and, moving about. This guy suddenly, that was taking his armor off, rips it off just so it's not in his way, and kind of picks up the longsword, keeps the sword in the scabbard, and is as if he's like never held it before, and is nervously looking around as to what's going on.
I'm just gonna turn to a Garrett because he's really near me. Actors.
Yeah. I don't want to move because if I move, I'm going to alert them. That's my problem. We need to wait and see what those two are going to do. She's having fun. She's pulling hair.
And you see the Giles figure. It says now, like, who's there? I know someone's out there. And he's looking around nervously.
Wait a minute.
Who are you trying to kill? Ooh, I am a tree.
Is that what you do?
Yes, 100%. She is stupid.
What are you trying to achieve here? Are you trying to be a
just
ghost?
trying to figure out. Just trying to be spooky in the tree.
Right. To make a performance, I'd say with disadvantage because a spooky tree.
He's already spooked. Performance.
He's already spooked. Okay. All right, yeah, okay, he's already spooked, to be fair. I'd say roll straight.
19! I am a tree!
What would they do? In this instance, if someone said to me, and I'm scared, someone goes to me, I'm a spooky tree, and I can't see because it's night, I would probably turn around and be like, what tree? Who's the tree? But it's an eloquent voice now. It's so different to the scratchy voice. Like, what tree? Who is the tree? Hello? Show yourself. We want no trouble. Please be on your way, tree.
You were literally just talking about killing people. You want no trouble?
I mean, we're not really going to kill anyone.
Oh. Well, what are you doing?
And he's looking now, like looking in your direction. He's approached the campfire because obviously it's just this voice coming from a tree. And the four of them kind of huddled together a little bit, just so they're all like in a little group.
Oh, well, we've got to go in. We've got to go in.
Before we do that, can I grab a rock and throw it at the table and chairs to distract them?
100%. Make it just a dexterity check for me. You're pretty dexterous hurling a rock at it. It's not going to be hard. Yeah, absolutely. You've got they've got a pitcher on the table, like a clay pitcher, and you ping a rock right through it and it shatters. Great shot. At which point they go, that's it. What is going on here? And they are seriously spooked, but also a little frustrated. And it probably feels by this point like they're being played pranks on now. Stop. What is this? Are you children? What are you? Who is this? What are you doing? If I find your parents, so help me, gods above, I will take you back to that village.
This is on you two. You're the stealthy ones right now.
Okay.
I'm readying for when it looks like you've fudged it and are about to be in trouble.
Now they're distracted, I want to continue sneaking around to the other side of the wagon to get the wagon between myself and them.
Sure,
Oh, you're still going to light it on fire?
Make it advantage now because they're not looking for you anymore. The tree, the talking spooky tree, the broken. By now, the fighter has had the wherewithal to remove the scabbard and has now got his sword out. So he's still.
He's the armored one, right? Near me.
The dwarf is the armored one. The fighter has his plate leggings on, but he took his flesh plate off.
I'm gonna say.
Sorry, Janumo, do I stealth roll before and without what you do?
Go. +3.
Oh,
no!
I did say advantage. You've got advantage. As much as I want that one to stand, you do have advantage. Kind of want you to roll another one.
Huds, are you familiar with the term beginner's luck?
It's running out.
Yeah.
You got the opposite.
Roll again, Huds.
Oh, right, I can roll again, can't I?
Yeah.
But I have to take this.
I kind of want the one though. Okay.
Okay, +3, so 11.
11. So I'd say you get about there.
Perfect.
Just light it. Light it.
They say 11 kind of thing. I'm going to roll on this one and see what they do because it's difficult to say. Let's let the dice decide as to how they would react. A 17. Yeah, this guy definitely sees you now. And he's going to start chasing you and be like, that's it. Come here. This very well-spoken, eloquent voice. And he starts running after you. Does anyone want to intercede here?
Yeah, I can see him running at this point, yeah.
Right. Argick, you did say you have a charge. So
I had the charge ready, so we're just going to charge in. It's like, no, here we go.
What are you doing? What are you doing as Argick runs?
I am going to run in alongside a Garrett. I can't pronounce that name.
Just say Arg.
Arg. I'll run in alongside Arg and just yell, you lay a hand on him and you lose it.
As you do that, so as this roguish, long dark hair, scarred-looking fellow sees you two approach, and he goes, "Gods above, I'm so sorry," and just drops to the floor, and just starts cowering and quivering, and all four of them are suddenly absolutely terrified. They turn around and go, "God help us!" And this guy just starts taking off into the woods.
What?
And so this guy's on the floor now, quivering. This guy's running off into the woods. This guy's dropped his weapon, and this guy's picked up a not his hammer, a brand of fire, and he's holding it back, like get back. He for some reason didn't go for his hammer. Yeah, this is strange.
Yeah.
Careful, Juniper. Trees are flammable.
Trees are flammable. I'm gonna say, put that down. It's
and he does
very rude.
it straight away. He put it down. I'm sorry, Trey. I didn't. Was it one of your family? I didn't know. Please don't hurt us.
All right.
We won't got any more firewood.
What on earth is going on here?
I don't know.
Can we round them up? I want to round them up and sit them down at the table.
I'm gonna stay in the tree.
You're staying in the tree.
Yeah.
So you round them up. I would say this guy kind of tentatively comes back. You guys round them up.
We want to make sure they don't have their weapons on them.
Yeah, strip them.
As you pick up one of their weapons, it is incredibly light, and you realise this is a prop. This isn't a weapon. This isn't a real sword.
We found a group of our
you kind of drag it along your palm, and for a split second, you're like, Argick's badass, man. He's just cut us, and you realise the sword is completely dull.
Were the weapons of the original ones fake? Are they real?
No, those bandits were seriously, these are real weapons. These are fake. Like, as you pick up the plate mail, it's padded. It's not real plate mail. Now, like, in the dark, you couldn't really see, but now that you're a bit closer, it's very obvious these are not real weapons or armor.
Okay, stupid question. Is any of the armor going to fit me if it's not real armor?
I'd say the leather one probably would. Yeah, the fully grown human, a barbarian. This Giles fella's looking pretty buff. Yeah, that would probably. You'd need to, it might be a bit tight in places, but you get it.
Probably not worth it then. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd just be for the aesthetic.
You could definitely kind of rip it apart and wear it on your other armor just for coolness. But they're like, oh, please, we're so sorry. Whatever it was, we don't mean to hurt. We don't want any trouble at all. We're just doing a job. And that's
what is the job?
Well, we've been hired to perform a play. We were just rehearsing the lines.
Who hired them?
My
Giles?
insight.
Giles, a local ne'er-do-well, we believe, but it's been a tough season, so we're taking any job we can.
How much did he pay you?
I mean,
We've been swindled.
I can get the contract if I can reach into my pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let him lose your pocket.
He's like really like, please don't hurt me. Someone wanted to make an insight roll, I believe. Did someone make an insight roll?
Yeah, me please.
Yeah, make your insight roll as he reaches in his pocket now.
Insight. Oh no, it's just 9.
9. I mean, these guys look terrified. Make a perception check. Anyone, in fact, can make a perception check here.
Yeah, go for it.
Whatever that
Just
was.
let me know if you got above a 10.
12.
I'm intent on what I'm doing.
Yeah. You all see that
20.
Nice.
the Mage's brown robes
First
have a
nat
darker patch of brown now around his midsection.
Oh.
About where his yeah. You see now, like, these are seriously scared. I mean, like, you've seen scared before. These guys are pretty freaked out.
Okay.
And he hands out the contract to you, and it actually it instructs saying that contract to perform Smythe Entertainment Co. contracts with Brill Havocos to perform at the birthday celebration of Giles Neville. By signing this contract, both parties agree that a 10% deposit, blah, 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 and it goes on, and then the remaining 100 gold pieces, blah, 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 and it basically says these guys are actors to perform a play called The Night of the Rise, which depicts Giles Neville's rise to power.
Oh.
How about I give you some gold and you let us be in the play?
Yes.
I mean, yes. He doesn't
I was going to say,
choice. There's the guy with an axe.
Give
him some gold and let us be in the play.
Anyway.
He's like, yeah, I mean, there's of course.
Just to be clear, I offered to pay them.
Yeah, he's like, oh. Yeah, and he's suddenly like, of course, you pay us. Yeah, absolutely. He's still little terrified and freaked out. But like, if you don't mind me asking, why?
I mean, well, okay.
So we're gonna kill him.
When are you performing this play, and are you performing it for them?
Yes, Giles is a fan of the theatre, and we're performing it tomorrow at midday at his camp.
Okay, yeah, we're sneaking in the car. We're sneaking in the car.
Yeah. I'll jump out of the tree.
I am very much down for this, as I did go with the entertainer background by popular demand. So I like to find a place to perform so I can put my performance skills to the test on this. I am very much down for this one.
And you start looking at you now and realize, like, okay, you don't think they're taking the piss. They seem pretty intent. He says, I'm sorry, and this is the main guy now who has introduced himself. I'm Horatio. These are my compatriots. This is Milan, who is the mage. This is Betzum, Hammerfall, the dwarf, and Alexander Langsfellow, who is the fighter. We are to perform the play as Giles' original adventuring party before he became the bandit, and as his rise to power as the play, the title was. I mean, we have some spare props and costumes, but I believe one of you said you wanted to kill him.
Oh, that was me. That's because we want to kill him.
Wonderful. Would we have to do any of the murdering?
No.
I'd say stay away as much as you can.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that would be.
Yeah, you probably
delightful.
want new robes as well because someone's getting a little stinky.
And he kind of looks at his fellow. He's like, I mean, this is rather, we were already a bit nervous, but, you know, Giles assured our safe passage, so we accepted the job, but this was the last thing we expected.
Oh, we understand. It's like, get yourselves cleaned up and then go about your day pretending that we're not here. And if somebody does ask about it, we are your stagehands.
Wonderful. Of course, right, fellows, back to practice. Milan, go clean yourself, and I will instruct you, I presume, on how probably best not to get us killed, and if you can just let me know roughly what your plan might be, so we can at least flee at the nearest opportunity. That would be delightful.
Have you been to the camp before?
Beg pardon?
Have you been to the camp?
No, but
No.
I mean, I might be able to actually help you. More so than you realise. You see, we've been informed that if the play is successful, there was a potential bonus meeting with Giles individually, because he is a man of the theatre. He does like the arts, rather a patron of the arts, and there was a potential for a bonus. We are being paid by his second in command, Briss Havakos, who assured us that if we did well, Giles would want to meet us and would pay us even extra as an incentive to kind of perform at our best. That might be of interest to you, but you would have to take the lead.
Oh.
Or we could just jump off the stage.
You could, but I believe there is a rather large gathering of bandits. Yes, you seem
know
very
how
brave.
many?
I as much as I know you want to go for them all, I think the one-on-one meeting might be better.
I mean, I'm no adventurer, but I believe there's at least 50 of them.
Oh, that's a lot of people.
Yes,
Less than 200. I knew that guy couldn't count.
his reputation precedes him, and many local bandits, you know, small groups have been gathering under his banner, shall we say, for the promise of coin and plunder. And since he's set up camp, more and more have been drawn to that. So I know he's definitely got quite a crew, you might say.
Can I just check? Have we established where Giles's camp is?
Yes, I can actually draw you a map, but it's hard to miss because it's on the main road next to the only bridge out of town. So he's charging everyone who goes past.
Okay. So you have this play.
Yes.
Are you going to play Giles Argick?
No, well, I'm probably not the best one to play it, for I am too goody two-shoes to do this. I was thinking if the four of you, I am very much an actor. I do enjoy the arts as well. I have a bit of a performance available. I was wondering if perhaps we could be the bad guys that you have to try and defeat. Can you write us into this play of yours you're going to perform as an expendable character, perhaps? So you still take the lead and do everything as you would do normally, but then once you get the meeting, that is when we will take over.
That's a good idea.
I mean, we could certainly do so. The 4 parts originally just because there was 4 of us, but well, it would be a test of my skills, but I would certainly give it a go. Yes, why not? Of course, absolutely. You can be the previous bandit's chief that Giles slays to claim his place of power amongst the ne'er-do-wells.
Ah, I accept.
Wonderful. Right, he snaps his fingers, Milan. Once clean, bring me my quill and my parchment. And, well, let us begin, shall we say. As they say, the show must go on. My God, please help me. Let's do this. And he starts writing a script for you.
I'm going to make sure that I get out, 20 gold and fork it over to him.
He counts it. He counts individually. He's like, excellent. Okay, yeah, yes. He gives you a receipt of bill. Can Wat read well, or does he care?
No.
Yeah, he's just it's just words on paper. You're like, what? I don't care. Yeah.
I say 20. It was a stack.
Yeah, stack. Yeah, he's just like, for services render, blam. You're like, okay, great, whatever. But if you wanted the receipt, he's giving you one, and he actually gives you a small contract saying, we are employing, the names of these people. Give them real or fake names. He doesn't really care. He doesn't want to know that you are part of his troupe, etc., etc. And yeah, you now guys are now honorary members of the Smythe Entertainment Co.
Hey.
Nice.
And yeah, he starts giving you some various parts of makeup. They've got disguise kits. They've got bandit costumes. Yeah, you guys can start prepping. And he says, okay, well, we'll run through the lines. We'll start doing our preparations tonight, ready for tomorrow. And oh my God, please help us. And at the first sign of trouble, we are going to take our cart and flee. I hope
Maybe we should have like a code word of like just in case, you know.
Yes, that is an excellent idea. In case trouble is brewing, there should be a code word. Now, what it goes through the script? What word would we never say normally that we could potentially bring in? Pumpkin.
Pumpkins. I love pumpkin.
Pumpkin. Yes, something. We'll say something like, you, Giles, you nefarious pumpkin, or something along those lines. But the pumpkin will be the crucial word. Please don't say you like pumpkins, otherwise things will go horribly wrong.
I really like pumpkins.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. That is not, have you acted before? Don't say. Just read these words I give you.
Read, yeah.
He looks at Argick at that point. He's like, "You're the actor. Is he going to be a problem?"
Nah.
Okay. We'll just give him a weapon and.
Yes, your job will be to look in. He look back at you. What your job will be to be intimidating and brave. That's the scariest ones are silent. Be the silent, scary type. Excellent. I think there, guys. Unless there's anything else you want to do or ask them, that would be a good place. Like another quick 10-minute break as we prepare for the next act of infiltrating the camp as entertainers.
Sounds good.
We do.
Right.
This did not go the way I expected it to.
Yeah.
We
I did not think a scary tree would happen.
Scary tree. I mean, this is why I love this game. You have no idea where it's going to go at all. I did think, I was like, oh God, they're going to kill these poor guys. They're going to get like a dagger in the neck or something like that from one of the halflings is going to murder them. We'll take a 10-minute break there. We're back in, like, say, 10 minutes, so at 5 to 6. And we'll see how this play goes. The show must go on.
Absolutely. Before we go over to break really quickly, we've got a couple of donations just to deal with on the way. So we have a very kind and generous person, Darren, who has donated £20 to give all of you inspiration, so you can all get an advantage on a roll of your choice.
Thank you, Darren. That's amazing.
Ooh. Thanks, Darren.
Absolutely. So you can all mark the inspiration box.
You might need that in the play.
And let's end this part with a very quick wild magic roll thanks to Steeler Rose.
Yeah, definitely. As you're preparing for the play, you start doing it. Let's see what happens.
Oh God, please don't.
Now would be a perfect time for the bubbles.
Please don't be
Please do.
Oh, no.
All right. So the chance of that is now gone up to 15% for the next one. It'll proc on a 1, 2, or a 3.
Nice.
All right. Yes. So with that, we're going to head to a break. We're going to be back in 10 minutes.
Nice one. See you in 10 minutes, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 minutes.